Hi everybody, welcome to our group tonight. It's nice to see everyone here. My name is Andy, I'm an LPC intern, and I'm going to be leading this group. The group is Children of Alcoholics, and that's why we're all here, to support each other, be here for each other. The group will go on for 3 months, so we'll be done around May or June. And we'll be meeting every Tuesday night at 4 o'clock. Just before we get started, I just want to define some of the goals of the group. We want to be able to talk with each other in an open way. We want to be able to deal with the things that are bothering us that we may not be able to talk about outside the group. And that also makes me think about confidentiality. Okay, everything that's said in this group stays here. That's the definition of confidentiality. We don't talk about what we've talked about in the group outside of the group. If anyone hears that anyone's talking about things that were talked about in the group outside of the group, please mention it to me, and that can be discussed with the person who might be talking about things outside the group. But please try to keep everything in here. That way we can all trust each other and everyone can feel okay about disclosing information and feeling safe about that. If anyone mentions wanting to hurt themselves or someone else, such as an elderly person or a child, I am required by law to report that. So that's the only case in which confidentiality could be broken. Does everyone understand that? So only in those cases would confidentiality, be broken. Otherwise, everything in here stays in here. So first, I'd like to just have a round where we're going to go around the circle. Keep in mind that if you don't feel like talking today or on any particular round, you can always say pass, and that's no big deal. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. But what I'd like to talk about in this round, I just want you to say your name, and I want you to say something difficult that happened to you this week that you might like to discuss in more length as we go on in the group. And you don't have to go into detail today, but just something that is on your mind or something that happened to you this week that you might want to talk about, okay? And I'll let whoever wants to start.
My name is Alexa. I guess something difficult this week. I lost my temper at work, and it was kind of an ordeal. So that's something that I need to address so it doesn't happen again.
Thank you. Let's go this way.
Yes, I'll go next. My name is Belinda, and something difficult that's happened lately, I would say today, I had to evacuate my classroom because one of my students was threatening another student with the pencil, threatening to stab him, and he was hurting himself, so I had to evacuate the rest of my class. It was a little difficult, but we got through it.
My name's Ariana, and something difficult that happened today is I had to go see my grandmother in the hospital. She's not feeling well, so just went to go visit her.
How old is she?
She's 85, I would say. Yeah. So.
That's how old my dad is. And my difficult thing that happened this week was I went to stay with my parents. They just moved to an assisted living community, and I kind of lost my temper as well at them, and because of a difficult history. And I didn't even realize I was losing my temper until I saw my mom's reaction to something that I had said. So that's something that we kind of might have in common this week in terms of losing our temper. Does anyone else feel like that's a problem in their lives at times, losing temper? Yeah. And the scary thing is you might not even know it's happening until afterwards. That my voice got, there became an edge to my voice, or I got a little bit confrontational with my mom when she said something that I thought was ridiculous. So that's something that we might want to keep discussing, is anger and temper. Did you find yourself, Belinda, getting angry when you had to evacuate the classroom?
At first, yes, I was angry with my student that threatened somebody else because I was fearful for my other kids, and I was angry that he was acting that way because he hadn't acted that way in a very long time. He wasn't displaying those kinds of behaviors. But I was more sad because I thought we had come a long way. We had made so much progress where he completely changed from the beginning of the school year till now, and now I feel like he's diverting back to his old behaviors, and it's because of the medicine. So he takes meds.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, yeah, I was a little angry, and also because admin, the first thing when they come in is, what did you do? Why is he acting like that?
They blamed you?
Exactly. The blame was on me instead of understanding, like, well, what's triggering his behavior. And it wasn't something I did, it was just how he felt.
It's interesting when that blame stuff comes up too, because it's like a vulnerable spot where, especially in our situation as children of alcoholics, we always feel like we're to blame for their problems and they get put on us, and we become responsible for that. But we're not. That's not our responsibility. And I think that's about all I want to talk about for now.